Hello, I'm PXToyCam. Welcome back to Seed Sunday. Seed Sunday is a weekly series I run on my channel where I show seeds Minecraft Console Edition which are particularly interesting and worth checking out in some way. And this week's seed is definitely both those things if you like your NPC villages. Because last week I showed off a seed with 8 NPC villages, the most I'd ever seen at the time, and 3 desert temples that a lot of you were really mind blown by too. But I got some comments about people saying like, oh, I found this seed or that seed, and usually most of these are just troll comments and don't usually have something that's good, or it's not a classic size world. But one comment in particular said, oh, I found 9 villages. And I didn't believe this at first when I saw it, and I was like, good one there. But as, it turned out, a good friend of mine, eBite, did check out the seed, and it does have 9 villages, and he told me, and I was like, are you sure about that? I checked myself, and it does, in fact, have 9 villages. So today, I'm sharing with you a seed with the most villages I've ever seen on a seed by a pretty decent margin. I mean, I found 8 last week, but besides that, this is a lot of villages to find in a classic-sized world, and I'm sharing it with you all today. So hopefully you do enjoy the video. If you do, like it and let me know, because it helps out the channel a lot, and lets me know you do like the crazy seeds like this one, and indeed Seed Sunday in general. But with that said, let's get straight into the seed video already, shall we? With the most important part, which is the seeds. So if you type in this number, which is on screen right now, you will spawn just over here in this very, very bizarre kind of place. Because it's kind of interesting because of biomes, because you've got a mesa biome kind of snaking around you. You've got a savanna biome, which does the same kind of thing. And you've got a savanna M biome over there, which is really, really, really cool looking. Because most savanna M biomes don't, kind of actually go that high because of the console little thing. But as well as that, it's also cool because you can see 4 villages just from the spawn location. So bear in mind, this is the exact spawn I had. That is the first village, just over the hills. You can see the second village. In the corner over there, you can see a 3rd village. And in the corner to my left, you can see the 4th villages. 4 villages within eyesight of the spawn, as well as a really nice view. I just really, really like that in general. But yeah, let's go around the seed and let's show the 9 villages, because that's the thing you're probably doubting me on. I would doubt anyone that told me I found 9 villages, and that's why we'll go straight into it by taking you to the Savannah M. So this is the first place I'm going to show, just because I think it's a pretty cool place in general, because you don't usually find them this high. Cool place you might want to settle down or do something with if that's your thing, but in case it's not, you might want to move to the 1st village. So the 1st village is found in the corner here. It's a pretty cool place just because it has pumpkins. It has also, this is the corners. It's a cool place because it has pumpkins. It has this weird like circular lakes to the north, and it's just kind of a nice-ish place if you want a 1st village to not have too high expectations. But realistically, you want to go to one of the other 8 villages if you want a village to settle down with, because the 2nd village is found right next to spawn. So I'll put a gold block on each of the wells just to show you that I haven't gone around one twice, because I was so sure I double counted for the longest time. But yeah, here is village number 2. As you can see, village number 2, found just kind of backwards from the spawn. Pretty nice place because you can just go here on your way to another village, pick up some wheat, pick up some potatoes, carrots, whatever you want to do, and kind of move on to the 3rd village. The 3rd village is the first one with a blacksmith chest, so definitely worth checking out in my opinion. So place one of these down right there, show you the coordinates, very, very close to the south of the map, by the way. It also has a blacksmith chest. The blacksmith does vary from, seed to seed, of course, from platform to platform, but in this particular case, it's got some iron armor, and it's got some iron. I mean, the blacksmith chest does vary from seed to seed too, but I'm sure a lot of you knew that already. But yeah, with that said, that is 3 villages and a blacksmith chest already, but then we move a little bit further to the north. Again, all of these villages are pretty close to each other, like less than a minute walk in survival, which I thought, a run in survival, I should say, which is pretty nice, because the 4th village here is actually one that is a desert village that snakes right into a savanna biome. So the reason this is so interesting is because of the fact that really, the savanna biome is right next to the desert, and it means that you get some desert paths into the savanna, including over here where you can see there's actually a savanna tree which has some sandstone growing in it. So it's actually a sandstone savanna tree. Very, very bizarre stuff. I don't entirely know what's going on there. Same thing happens here, but a little bit worse. I don't know what it is about acacia trees, but they get glitched out quite a bit. I mean, this oak tree, it just kind of did its whole own thing too. And in general, yeah, kind of a glitchy village. You end up with like floating posts every now and then, like just over here. And if you like glitchy villages, or if you like free stuff because there is a 2nd blacksmith, then this might be the place for you. So get yourself some more adventuring supplies, maybe some diamonds, maybe some diamond dart, or some iron armor, or some horse armor. Who knows? Only you can know when you check out the seed. But yeah, with that said, that is the 2nd village found, the 4th village, sorry, found just over here. The 5th village, again, very close to spawn during all of this. That's the spawn beacon over there. The 5th village has another blacksmith chest that's free already, while just heading a little bit away from the spawn, with another set of free stuff, and also, as of course, another set of free food, another set of kind of bizarre houses, because desert villages seem to glitch more in general. So you've got this kind of bizarre looking thing here, you've got this bizarre house where the village is going to be trapped in there forever, sadly enough, while it's being opposite this, which is really bizarre to me, and just in general, yeah, some weird stuff that you might want to check out. Oh, another one over here, in case you're curious, and yeah, this is the 5th village you're going to find at these coordinates right here. Let's place the gold block we have already, and move on to the 6th village. So the 6th village, again, pretty close to the 5th one. There's a really easy path from all of these, and that's why I'm showing you around them this way. This 6th village is really interesting because it's, again, kind of glitchy, and it combines with a ravine to make this really interesting kind of, super planters that go all the way down here, and you can break your way through them if you want to like make a house in there if you want to. I don't know what you'd actually want to do with them, but still, it's always interesting to see because it's not something you see on every single seed. It is something pretty rare, and also of course the gravel pathway tries to go across the ravine. It doesn't entirely make it, but it's enough for you to cross, and I think that's a cool enough thing by itself. So yeah, a ravine cuts right through a village, and the village does pretty okay in spite of that. I think that's cool enough by itself, but in case you don't, in case the 4th blacksmith isn't enough for you either, you might want to move to the 7th village. So the 7th village is found just over here at this little place right here, and as you can see, it crosses over another ravine, but it doesn't actually entirely make it this time. See, and this is the point where I was like, I'm so sure I've seen this village before. Am I double counting? But I'm not. No gold block in there means this is the 7th village. And the cool thing about this village in particular is the ravine. Again, it's the same kind of thing, but on a much bigger scale. Like I said, you can literally start a house in here or turn it into like a dirt farm. I don't know what you want to do with it, but you can do some weird stuff with that. If you want, you can get rid of all of this and make the thing float. If you want, you can just kind of build this down there or make it a multi-layer planter. Whatever you want to do, there's lots of options for you around here, I'm sure. And yeah, as well as that, we've got another one of the glitchy trees, more village housing, and just in general a nice village to move you onto the 8th one. So the 8th village found just over here at the very edge of the world. Kind of interesting because it's right next to the water, like even close to the other ones. This desert well was just this well was just 2 blocks from the edge, as you can see. 1 block, 2 block, and then the village right here. And yeah, in my opinion, that's pretty cool. It's also pretty cool that even though the well is the well was here, some of the villages on this side, there was clearly meant to be more on that side, but the well cuts it off. And in case you ever wanted half a village that's clearly only half a village, this is the one for you. In case you haven't, the 9th and final village is found just the north of the village I just went to. You cross the river over there, and you end up here. You get yourself a church, you get yourself a desert village, and you get yourself just a nice place in general with some weird floating, lights right here. Because as you can see, 1 floating light, 2 floating light, 3 floating light, 4 floating light. Well, yeah, 4 floating lights. So, yeah, that is the 9th village just over here. I'll place one on the top, even though you've probably seen that. These are the coordinates. And yeah, 9 villages for 1 seed is so many. I want to kind of just reiterate that one more time. At 1.5 was the most we've ever found 1 seed, and that was mind-blowing. And then it was 6, and then 7, and then at 8 village seed was one that blew my mind. And the fact that we have 9 just makes me think, is more possible? Or is this that 1 in, like, 10 quintillion seed? I'm not entirely sure, but I do know this is something I think is pretty cool, because bear in mind, it's not just the 9 villages I've shown you. These definitely are one of the cooler things that I have ever shown up on Seed Sunday, but bear in mind that there's also a partial desert temple, so, on top of all of those free loot you can get from there, there's also the fact that there's like a semi-desert temple that's built into the edge of the world. The seed really was trying to fit way more than it did. Just over here, you'll see the front of a desert temple, the back of which can't be really destroyed. Unfortunately, there is no loot when you get it this way, because of course it generated into the void, but still, you get yourself the front of a desert temple, and because it's at the edge, you could probably turn this into a pretty decent house, actually, because imagine you turn this into a door, for instance, then suddenly, you got yourself an entirely fortified place that people can't get into from the side because they can't break the blocks. Even if they try and swim or do something like that, they have to ender pearl in, or they have to break the front, which means it's easier to defend. I don't know, I always think these are just opportunities for building, and maybe you do too, but in case you don't, there's also, just nearby here, by the way, coordinates for the thing, just over here, very edge of the world. As well as that, I believe it was just around here, these blocks over here, there's an above ground mob spawner, but it's one that's above ground and that's found, I think this is the one, right? It's an Aboveground Mob Spawner, which is found covered in so much sand that you don't even know it's a spawner, besides the fact that there's a dead bush growing on top. Wait, how long did the dead bush stay there for? It's one spawning on top of the thing, and I think that's pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, get yourself some free loot. There might even be some more chests around here. Who even knows? I don't entirely know. I just know that free stuff is pretty cool, and if you like your free stuff, then boom, you got 2 opportunities right here. As well as that, of course, there is the Stronghold I want to show you, and this Stronghold is one I don't want to say too much about, because I've seen so many of these and I've been amazed by these recently. But if we head back to the spawn, again, the place where you can see 4 villages, not be too far away from 2 others, as well as not be too far away from the above ground spawner and the desert temple, but not too far away from the spawn also, is the Stronghold. So the Stronghold is found just over here in the savannah. If you go to these exact coordinates and then dig down, you'll nicely fall straight into some water, survive. Make sure you move so you don't fall into the lava. Something I'd entirely recommend. And yeah, while we're in here anyway, let's grab the night vision potion so I can show you this cool Stronghold. So I don't want to go into it too much because I feel like every time I find an awesome seed, it also has one of these. It's been a while. So I'll just say, yeah, free chest, awesome stuff. And also, look at the end portal. Pretty cool if you ask me. So yeah, if you like your bizarre seeds, also all of this is at diamond layers, so if you want to find some diamonds in here, I'm sure you will. In fact, I haven't looked around, but let's see if we can just instantly find some on the video. Lots of lapis at least, and lapis is just as rare as diamonds, and therefore just as good, right? But yeah, if you want to find diamonds, you can look around the cave. If you want to find your Stronghold, well, you found it, but you can look around the Stronghold by just roaming around these caves, because it does intersect with both the cave and with the ravine in a really cool way. And yeah, besides that, I hope you did all enjoy today's video. If you liked it, like it and let me know. It helps out the channel a lot and lets us know you did like this. Share it if you really liked it, and subscribe if you're new around here. I make videos just like this one every single day on my channel, and if you subscribe, you'll see them daily on your homepage. Let me know if you have seen anything more than 9 villages. I'm so sure that 9 must be the cap, but if someone out there has seen 10, I would love to know. Again, I'm so sure some would have seen it by now, but if you have, I'd love to know. And in fact, let's make the challenge, try and find 10 villages. I'm pretty sure it can't happen, but, you know, never say never is the lesson I've learned from this little thing. And yeah, with all of that said, thank you again to Christian Larson for the seed, and besides that, I'll see you all in the next video. Goodbye, everyone.